I recently got Juvedog, which is one of the most popular treatments that you can get in Korea, so let's talk about it. Juvedog is basically a type of skin boosters, which are injectable skincare treatments that literally help boost up your skin's condition to give it that firm, youthful, plump look. It primarily consists of two ingredients. First, hyaluronic acid to hydrate your skin, and second, PDLLA, which is a tiny dissolvable material that really helps your skin produce more collagen. I've gotten it 3 times now. It's been about like 2-3 days since I've gotten my latest one, and I have to say I do see a huge difference when the full effects start to kick in, which does take around like 3-4 weeks, but my skin looks so much more plump, smooth, clear, brighter. My skin looks amazing.
For some years now, South Korea has been touted as the headquarters for plastic surgery and skin treatments. And to their credit, a lot of people have actually had great results with whatever body modifications they had done in the country. Personally, I would love to visit South Korea and try out some of their skin treatments and products because those people know how to achieve flawless skin, I'm telling you. However, every once in a while, even the most famous and most successful skin treatments fail, and the client becomes part of a statistic of victims who suffer from a botched beauty procedure. And in the case of this woman, she went blind from something that could have been rectified if only her doctors did not gaslight her into thinking her concerns were not a big deal. Now, this woman, who goes by the name Esther on TikTok, traveled down to South Korea to get a beauty procedure known as Juvelook Volume, which she claims is not a filler but just a skin treatment that is injected into the skin to boost collagen production and make the face look more youthful, smooth, and all that good stuff. However, things started to go awry after the procedure.
I feel like talking about this makes it real, so I didn't want to do this, but I permanently lost my vision in my left eye after a skin treatment in Korea. I didn't get surgery, I didn't get filler, I got what I thought was a very harmless skin booster, a collagen stimulant called Juvelook Volume. And when the injector injected near my left side, I just couldn't see immediately. And I vocalized this many times. The thing is, the injector was a doctor I really trusted, so I wanted to trust them. They kept reassuring me that it was a side effect from local anesthesia. The next day, it felt the same. I went to the ER, but because I went in and got injected on a Friday, I just couldn't be seen. They were like, literally, if you need to remove your eye, we can see you, but for everything else, we can't. I ended up going to different ophthalmologists, and they later would confirm that I had blockages in the branch arteries of my eye. And these branch arteries feed oxygen to the retina. So there are parts of my retina that are now dead. For example, if I look at my husband, I can't see his face. It's like erased. It's not blurry. It's dead pixels on a screen. I can see the top of his hair and slightly above him, but anything I focus on, whenever I move my eye, it's like completely erased. And it has been so traumatic. It's been a nightmare because, as you know, I'm a designer and I'm a ceramic artist, and my livelihood is based off of what I see. I don't know how, I'm not sure what this new reality will look like. I arrived in Korea March 1st, and we're halfway through April and I'm still here. I really want to go home, but for the past month we've been trying all these experimental treatments, holding on to a shred of hope that something would work, but nothing has worked because we missed that crucial golden hour. So yeah, doctors are saying it's permanent damage, and so now we're working towards reaching a settlement. I just fear it won't be fair compensation because this will impact my career, my future, and there's just so much uncertainty on how I can live a fulfilling life after this incident. It's been emotionally, mentally, financially draining. My husband actually flew home the day I got my skin procedure done, flew back in to Korea the moment when he realized something went awry, and he's been on negative PTO, and now he's on unpaid leave. And just navigating the Korean medical system and trying to understand all this jargon that we don't understand, it's just been so hard. I think people go to Korea and do all these skin treatments thinking that it's like an easy and quick thing, and that's what I thought too, even though I did research Juvelook for over a year and thought it was safe. But something like this happened. I became a statistic somehow. And so I just want people to be aware that things like this could happen. I thank you for watching all the way through, and I'm just hoping that this never happens to you or your loved one.
Imagine going to get a skin treatment you think is harmless, only to come back permanently blind in one eye. The most heartbreaking part of this story, like I said before, is that her blindness could have been immediately reversed if the people who had carried out her procedure had swung into action immediately she complained about her lack of vision in her left eye. And we know this because of the number of professionals who are talking about what happened to her on TikTok, what caused the temporary loss of vision, and what could have been done to prevent her from going permanently blind.
I'm an aesthetic injector out in Arlington, Virginia, and I love giving my patients natural looking results. So although she was getting a skin boosting treatment, it was done with a type of filler. I wish her provider would have educated her more about what she was actually getting done, because in her video she claims that she wasn't getting filler. And yes, it's not a filler treatment like it's traditionally injected, but it is a filler that was getting injected. The product that was injected was a combination of a biostimulator, something that stimulates collagen, and an HA filler, something that attracts water. All fillers have the ability to cause something called a vascular occlusion. A vascular occlusion is when the filler is accidentally injected into a blood vessel, cuts off blood flow in that blood vessel, and can cause tissue death, tissue damage into an area that blood vessel was providing blood flow and oxygen to. She says that she was injected on her left side. She doesn't specify where on the left side, but it's important to know there are so many arteries on the face, and there are so many arteries on the face that actually lead up to the eye. If filler is accidentally injected into one of these blood vessels that lead up to the eye, it can cause blindness, tissue death. Now, complications happen to every single provider. We are human, we are not robots. But the biggest red flag was she complained about vision changes immediately. That is a medical emergency that should not be taken lightly, chopped up to anesthesia, being numb. Hyaluronic acid filler complications and vascular occlusions can be reversed, and tissue damage can be prevented if treated in a timely manner. Time is of the essence in these situations. This poor girl complained about visual changes immediately. Her provider told her, no, it's okay, it's just from the numbing. That is a huge red flag. The situation unfortunately highlights the importance of going to someone that is not only skilled in the results that they produce, but is skilled in treating complications. It's just so unfortunate. The girl didn't just go ahead and book this treatment without researching what she was getting done. She researched this treatment and her provider for a year. Apart from researching what provider you plan on choosing when it comes to aesthetic treatments, ask your provider what they would do if a complication were to happen, how they would treat you. If they can't walk you through the complication management process, you need to leave immediately.
This is the most devastating and serious risk factors of cosmetic filler injections. But what's even more frustrating is that this could have been avoided and completely reversible. If caught early, blindness from filler injections can be reversed by injecting something called hyaluronidase. Hyaluronidase is an enzyme that breaks apart hyaluronic acid, the main ingredient in fillers. Now, if this were done immediately, her vision could have been restored, but because there was a delay in receiving proper treatment, unfortunately, it was permanent.
Wow. So not only were her concerns dismissed as normal temporary side effects of getting the Juve-Look volume treatment, but there was a solution all along that could have fixed it. I mean, this was not a case of an unprecedented reaction to this procedure. It is something that is already known with a solution provided for it. So why did they not treat this problem immediately it surfaced? But during my research for this video, I found another dermatologist who revealed that the reason skin treatments are so cheap and available in South Korea is that a lot of the physicians who are injecting people with these substances are not even qualified dermatologists or plastic surgeons.
As someone who injects filler, they say that this is statistically going to happen to everyone at some point with a patient. But if you watch her video, she mentions that she brought up the fact that she can't see out of her eye, and they reassured her. I'm sorry, what? Sure, crazy things happen, like anesthesia, I get it. But if my patient is telling me that they suddenly can't see out of their eye, that's going to ring alarm bells as someone who knows the side effects of the treatment that I'm giving them. She also mentions that she was not getting filler, she was doing a skin booster. PSA guys, Juve-Look is a mixture of hyaluronic acid and a substance similar to Sculptra, which are very much used in filler. It's a different technique of injection. Hyaluronic acid is reversible, but Sculptra is not. I'm Korean, I love skin treatments, I love the affordability and the accessibility of Korea, but it's also important to think about like why is it so accessible and affordable? A lot of times in Korea, the practicing physician, they're not dermatologists, they're not plastic surgeons. They may have trained in something completely irrelevant and opened up a clinic, and you would never know because they are not regulated the way that the US regulates their specialties. I know these Korea clinics are doing this like thousands of times a day. Statistically, it's going to happen to someone. So please do your research, what clinics you're going to, who the doctors are, and totally okay to ask them what they would do if these emergencies arise. It's a very humbling reminder that you can never be too comfortable with the procedure. Every patient should be treated with the same caution you probably used for your first case.
I am literally going to Korea tomorrow, and I happened to watch that one video of this lady explaining her horrific experience with Juveluc volume, and that was the one treatment I really wanted to get done for my dark circles when I get to Korea. And now I'm like second guessing everything. Like, should I even get Botox too? Like, I know Botox has been quite harmless for people, but I really want to get it done for my jaws because they've been locking up, and I've had like TMJ issues for a while, but also my dark circles. But now I don't know what I can do for my eyes, or, you know, because I don't want to go blind. Just to get rid of your dark circles, you can get blind. Like, that's insane.
You know, they say beauty is pain, and if you're a woman, you know we have to endure a lot of that pain. We always have to have our hair made, nails done, skin shaved, waist snatched, body fit, and an increasing number of women are even subjecting themselves to the most deadly cosmetic surgery in the world, BBLs. Now add that to the face stiffening Botox and eye-eating fillers we subject ourselves to just in our pursuit of beauty and youth, and you begin to ask yourself, is it even worth it? Half the time we don't even know what the substances are that are being injected into our bodies. I mean, this lady did not even know that what she was getting injected into her face were substances used in fillers. She didn't think she was getting fillers.
I didn't get surgery. I didn't get filler. I got what I thought was a very harmless skin booster.
I understand that beauty is pain, babes, but we need to be extremely careful and investigative of the kind of pain we subject ourselves to and where we go to subject ourselves to this pain. Because you might go with both eyes intact and come out with just one. I wish I did not have to talk about a woman going blind just because she wanted a skin treatment. But it's important to talk about these things, especially now that a lot of people are interested in South Korean cosmetics, treatments, and surgeries. You need to be informed about the benefits and the risk of getting this kind of treatments so you are fully aware of what you are getting yourself into. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on your notifications if you like my commentary channel and you want to see more of my videos. Until I come your way again, take care and bye-bye.